qu'il faut d'abord être factuel et ensuite, en effet, tout faire pour ne pas que la situation dérape. Je n'utiliserai pas ce genre de propos parce que je continue de discuter avec le président Poutine. Parce que que voulons-nous faire collectivement? Nous voulons arrêter la guerre que la Russie a lancée en Ukraine sans faire la guerre et sans escalade.
French President Emmanuel Macron distancing himself from earlier comments made by President Biden, who declared that Russian President Vladimir Putin, quote, cannot remain in power. As we discussed earlier, the Biden gaffes could have some real life consequences if he's not careful, as the world stands on the precipice of World War III, according to a lot of leaders, Europe, here, all over the place. Joining me now is senior fellow at the Foundation for the Defense of Democracies, Bill Roggio. Bill, thanks for being here.
Always a pleasure, Buck. Thanks for having me.
Okay, look, it's a bit of a partisan political sport to make the most of the gaffes of the other side, and obviously every Trump gaffe was the end of civilization and the world as we knew it. But I do think that when the White House has to walk back 3 statements by a president overseas talking about an issue of war in less than a week, there's something up here. I mean, it does feel a bit like Biden's the loose cannon.
Yeah, I have to agree. I mean, this isn't a gaffe of a domestic political nature. This is a gaffe. You're talking about a country that possesses nuclear weapons, and you're talking about wanting to, or stating, the president of your country stating that he wants to remove that president from power. It plays into all of Putin's conspiracies it helps him go to his people and continue the fight in Ukraine. It helps Putin say to the Russian people, see, this is what they want to do to us. They want to humiliate us. They want to remove your president from power. It's, the fact that, people are saying, well, this could be some type of, veiled message. There's nothing veiled about it, first of all. And second of all, the White House was walking this back within minutes of the statement by the president. This was a mistake, and this is a mistake of the first order. It's one, we just watched Macron's statement about this. This is something that terrifies NATO leaders. And what is by the way, what does this mean that Putin is more or less likely to dig his heels and continue the fight in Ukraine?
Well, I also try to give some context to this by thinking what our reaction would be if, let's say, Putin said this war cannot end until Zelensky is gone. He may have said something like that. I haven't seen it yet, but maybe to bring it home more, I won't negotiate with Zelensky until President Biden is gone, right? We would react to a regime change call from Putin involving us or involving any of our allies with substantial outrage, and the very suggestion would make us feel on edge about it. And Joe Biden just kind of threw it out there at a speech about Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct, Buck. And the problem is, in this war, we can't talk about things like Putin's motivations, what the Russians are thinking, how statements like this may incentivize or disincentivize them from continuing the fight. That makes you and I a Putin apologist, a Putin lover, or a pro-Russian or something. We have to understand that our enemies have motivations for fighting, and they have perceptions of statements like this that drive them. So, yeah, of course, we would, if Putin said he won't withdraw from Ukraine until the U.S. changes its presidency, we would be outraged by this, and rightfully so. Now, the fact that the opposite may be happening on the other side, on the Russian side, just us pointing that out doesn't mean that there's a problem with us. It's maddening.